No, I was gonna say because you brought up about your dad. Like, do they encourage you to stay within your race and like date women that's has the same religion as you guys? Or
So I would say this, right?
just curious.
My dad, would he be happy for me to marry an African Muslim woman? 100%. Um, is he okay with me marrying any other woman? Yeah, as long as she follows one of the three religions,
Okay,
which is Islam, being Muslim, or being Christian or being Jewish.
Mm.
So aside from that, he don't really care. And then mainly what my dad does is he asks about family background, like always.
Mm-hmm.
Is her parents married?
Right.
That's like one of his top concerns.
That's their meter for trying to figure out like the basics at first. Like
so they basically check
what
that
are we
out
working
to
with here?
see if she was brought up in a household that understands commitment and leadership. Like my dad, that's the main thing he's big on. Even
thinking
my mom,
values,
same
he's thinking values.
Like my mom would literally tell any girl that I talk to, if you are not willing to follow my son's leadership, leave him alone. Off rip. They will tell you. And they don't hesitate. They're not going to hold back. They will tell you. If you don't follow my son's leadership, leave him alone. Don't waste his time and don't waste your time.
Right.
And my dad would do the same thing too. He'd be like, look, I know my son. I know how my son live. I know the access he have. So what can you bring to him? And my dad would ask you that shit. My mom will ask you too, what can you bring to my son? Aside from a baby and some kuntus. What else can you bring? Can you make a house into a home? Like they would ask you these kind of questions. You feel me? So that's what it really is.
That's a fact.
Aside from that, they don't really care who the girl is. The moms are a bit different. You know, they want you to marry just a girl that look just like them and all that. But my dad, man, he's like, man, listen, man, you a man. Do what you gonna do. Let me just take care of your own. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
You was gonna say something? I felt like you was gonna say something.
I mean, for me, it's different because you said your mom. For me, my mom, she don't care who I marry, like, or which girl I talk to.
Okay.
She don't care. But my pops, like before, I remember one time we went to a wedding. You remember when Papu's sister got married?
Oh yeah.
All right. So she married a dude from London for me, so my guy. And I remember one time we came home, he was like, yo, like, if you don't marry a girl that's African, like, I'm not coming to your wedding. And then I asked him, I'm like, yo, like, at the time I was fucking with a Jamaican, so I'm like, yo, like, what if she Jamaican? He's like, nah,
that's not the
she gotta be African. I'm like, all right, cool. But I feel like now, like, as long as I'm happy, she understand like Islam and stuff like that, like, he's not going to flip like that, but he's still, I could see that he still wants me to be with an African, but my mom, she don't care.
Why though, right?
Yeah. I feel like because I'm like the first male in the house. I think, that's what I think.
Please tell us.
Why you think so?
That's like the same reason why most people will want you to be with someone that look just like you.
Oh, because they understand the culture, the dynamics. And stuff.
So with them, it's like this. With African parents, they want the culture to still continue. They know that you have an easier understanding when both of y'all come from the same place.
Right. That's what I was going to say.
They don't really care about the skin as much. Don't get me wrong, some of them do. But mostly they really don't. They just care about, okay, can she understand your culture and is she going to follow your culture?
And then,
so that's what it really is.
I feel like you already know to a certain extent, for the most part, like you guys are going to be like-minded in a lot of things. You're going to share a lot of the same, I guess, expectations, your
Values.
Ideology.
Cultures,
like your beliefs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're going to be a little bit more aligned. There's going to be some differences, but it's a little bit easier. And I think I probably have mentioned that at one point too. Like, do you care if a girl, she's Muslim or something like that, or she believes in it or willing to convert? And I'm not saying you would have to. Of course, it'd be your preference. But for me, if I was like, whatever it is, deeply religious or something like that, I would probably be looking for somebody who believed in my religion too, because it's already enough that we're probably going to disagree about. That's not one of the things you want to kind of, because it's really serious. Like, religion is serious and people take that seriously. So you don't want to bump heads on that. That's a biggie right there. That one's right there, deal breaker kind of level. So
religion is not a deal breaker for me.
I mean, like the type of things you would probably disagree on within the religions, I feel like.
I say, how do I say it? because religion is not really a major fact. I mean, it plays a major role, right? Me, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm Muslim, but I'm not the best Muslim. I'm gonna be honest and say I don't lie about it. You feel me? Like, I practice as much as I can, but I am not the best. I'm not gonna play and act like I'm innocent. I'm the holiest nigga of all time. I'm not. I'm an asshole sometimes. You feel me? I can't help it. But that's the reason why, for me, like, I don't put it onto someone to have to be Muslim in order for them to be with me. Now, with that being said, I come from an Islamic background and I understand the books and I read it enough to know that, okay, once kids come into the picture, it's a different ball game now. The kids have to follow the religion. So that's something that...
So how about this? Because the kids have to follow the religion. And so I'm assuming that if you're having kids, that means you guys are having a serious relationship, you and this person, probably living together,
Marriage.
maybe, married. Yeah. So if this person's not following the religion, then you don't think there's going to be a little bit of conflict? And I think I know why you're saying that too, because you're like, look at your face, wait, don't even.
It's up to me.
Right, that's what I was going to say, because you feel like it's the one opinion that matters, which is your opinion.
No,
whatever you're saying,
her opinion matters too. The thing is this, right?
It does matter?
Yeah, hell yeah, 100%. Her opinion matters. The thing is this, right? If the kid is not pursuing the religion in any kind of way and whatsoever, at that point, it's either they're of age to say they don't want to, or I'm at fault if it's already starting from a young age.
So what I was saying was, because if the girl doesn't have to be of your religion, that's what I'm saying, you don't really care about that, then if she, let's say she doesn't agree with certain things in your religion, that's what I'm saying about, so how do you agree on how to raise the kid?
I won't
if you
even
both
be
are
with
like upset. Huh?
It won't even get that far.
That's what I was saying. Do you care about the religion part? Then you do care.
100%.
Okay, so you do. Okay.
100%, because that's something that you need to communicate way before y'all even get married.
Right, and that's why I was like, she needs to be of your religion. So that's why I'm like, the people you
Exactly.
date, then you do kind of care if she's at least Muslim friendly. Like she been Muslim friendly, where she's like, oh no, whatever you want to do, that conversation has to happen. Like,
this the thing.
How are we gonna do that? That's
the
deal
thing,
breaker,
right? And this is where I say I can say that people fail at, right? I think a lot of guys fail at this when they don't actually have these deep conversations with people. Because a lot of the time, even with me, when I talk to women that I'm interested in or they're interested in me, they have a negative like thought process when it comes to Islam in general. They think completely negative of it.
They think it's so
it's ignorant.
Exactly.
It's
So
ignorant.
when I'm able to break down the details of like the things are how it's supposed to go, how it is, and all of that shit, then they start to get a clear understanding of it and they know who they're dealing with.
Right.
And I literally give them an option. Like, if you don't want to mess with a Muslim man, don't be with me. Go find your person and leave me alone, and I leave you alone. I go find my person. Ain't no beef, ain't no nothing. I see you in the street. What's good, homie? We good. Ain't no beef, ain't no problem. You feel me? And I think that's how it should be. Most guys should be able to like articulate themselves very well to break down all of the details of what it is that is going to be with dealing with them. And that's just what it is. Now, if you don't communicate that and shit go left with the kids or whatsoever, you're at fault as the man because you didn't set that standard straight before y'all even got there. That's what it is. That's why I be telling people, remember when we was talking about boundary with the last episode? It should always be made in the beginning. That's why I don't hold back. I'm not going to wait 2 months, 3 months later. Nah, fuck that shit. We're going to talk about that shit right now. What are the things that you dislike? What are the things that just irks you? What are the things that you expect to get from your man? Oh, how do you see us basically in 5 to 10 years? How do you see your relationship or your future being in 5 to 10 years from now with your kids? What do you think or what do you expect from me? Let me know. And then we'll get there.